A man have spent years perfecting humanoid robots that can mimic our facial expressions. And what's the first thing people on TikTok do? They sexualize it. Let's talk about it. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you see this robot? Personally, I think, great. What job is this thing gonna steal next? Because let's be real, that's exactly what's happening. The more advanced technology gets, the more jobs it takes, and the more people end up unemployed. Oh, hell, nothing is scarier than going broke and homeless. And by the way, that's literally why robots were created to replace human workers. And if you think they're just coming for cashiers or factory workers, think again. Check this out. According to a Daily Mail article from June 11th, 2024, a factory in China has openly developed a robot that supposedly has human emotions. Now, that's an interesting choice of words. What kind of jobs require emotions, expressions, and good attitude? Let's see. Nurses, therapists, secretaries, babysitters. Oh, and probably more. And don't forget, these robots can work 24/7 without getting tired and, of course, without demanding overtime pay. Creepy, right? But instead of being concerned or, I don't know, impressed by this technological breakthrough, people on TikTok have taken a different route. They're sexualizing it. Just look at this comment. Does the robot have a throat or something? Just curious. Ugh, what? And this one. I have an idea, but it involves a lot of cream and a few tissues. You! At this point, I actually feel bad for the robot. Looks like I'm gonna open my mouth real wide. Well, I guess you're a pro. Ema started an OF account, so you see a female robot and the first thing you think is turning her into an adult film actress? A wet mouth would be a great idea to make it more realistic. Realistic for what exactly? Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if the movie Companion becomes a reality. You know that movie where an advanced AI companion designed to cater to owner desires? And that includes sexual desires? Oh, but hey, this isn't exactly breaking news. Back in 2017, Zheng Jiajia, a 31-year-old Chinese AI engineer, pretty much gave up on finding love and decided to marry a robot he built himself. Yep, true love in the age of technology. Then there's this gem from November 2009. A Japanese guy actually stood in front of a crowd to marry the love of his life, Nene Anagasaki, who just so happens to be his virtual girlfriend in the Nintendo DS game Love Plus. Romantic, right? And let's not forget this one. A 14-year-old boy became so obsessed with Game of Thrones character Daenerys Targaryen in character AI, and he ended up taking his own life. And it's not even a robot. Character AI is just a chatbot. So why do some people fall head over heels for robots? I mean, we're talking actual emotional connections, relationships, and even, wait for it, intimate activities. Sounds wild, right? But honestly, it kind of makes sense when you break it down. Robots don't judge, unlike humans. Let's face it, real relationships are messy. There's miscommunication, drama, and of course, the occasional existential crisis. But a robot, it's programmed to be the perfect partner. No nagging, no ghosting, and definitely no, we need to talk text at 2 a.m. Customization at its finest. Want a partner who always agrees with you? Done. Someone who listens to all your rants about how Game of Thrones should have ended differently? No problem. Robots can be tailor made to fit whatever fantasy someone has, which is more than we can say for real people. Zero rejection, maximum comfort. According to some studies, people who struggle with social anxiety or have had bad experiences in relationships might turn to robots because, well, they're safe. A 2016 study published in Science Robotics even suggests that people can form deep emotional bonds with AI. And honestly, considering how attached we get to Siri or Alexa, this isn't too surprising. Intimacy without the awkwardness. Let's not sugarcoat it. Some folks find human relationships complicated, especially when it comes to physical intimacy. With AI-powered robots, yes, those exist, people can experience companionship without worrying about things like consent, performance anxiety, or heartbreak. In fact, the AI companion industry is booming, with companies like RealDoll developing lifelike robots that can converse and respond to touch. Science fiction made it look cool. Movies and shows have been romanticizing human robot relationships for years. From Her and Companion, pop culture has sold us the idea that AI can be just as emotionally fulfilling as a real partner. And well, some people decided to take that a little too seriously. So, is this the future? With AI getting smarter and robots becoming more realistic? Who knows? Maybe in a few decades, dating apps will be obsolete and we'll all just order our dream partners off Amazon.